Hello there, chat. Things shouldn't... Oh. There we are. Okay, sound should be going now, in theory. And you should all be able to hear me, ideally. With that, let's get started. We're gonna have to turn off music, because we will be going to Love Town. However, let me get a song on quickly. Recently I found I actually really like Attack of the Killer Queen. Just as a general track to have on. Hello! Welcome, Penguin. Please do tell me if this is too loud. It's a little bit loud on my end, but that's mainly probably just because I have it turned up versus what you hear on stream. I mean, it could also just be very loud. Good level? Okay, great. Yeah, because it's just at the level where I can't hear myself talk, which worries me slightly, but I do have... If I just, like, pull over the recording over here, here you can see desktop audio is minus 20 decibels versus my input capture. So, yeah, that's why sometimes sound will be quiet. I'll lower it just a bit. Okay. That way I can hear myself talk again. Brilliant. I can finally hear myself think. Deciding vote in the poll. Yeah, okay. So for anybody who isn't in the Discord, which I'm assuming everybody in the stream at the moment will be in the Discord, but yeah, I was not expecting that vote to get tied up. That was a little bit insane. Okay, combat prep here, overflow to you. Please be, yeah, okay, perfect. Because we now Silent Night them, and now we don't get one-sided. Brilliant. Take a little bit of damage from them, but otherwise, perfectly fine. Yeah, the community was divided between Deltarune and Ruina, but yeah, I only have like an hour or so, because I procrastinated a little bit too much today. However, tomorrow, we can do a full-length, Limbus stream. Not Limbus. God, no, not Limbus. Full-length Deltarune stream. Should be fun. Okay, let's wait for the face to switch back. Hello! How's my day been? My day's been pretty good. Pretty good. Currently I mean, I was just sorting some things out. What I'm currently waiting on is Kiwi is going to be making a thumbnail for me, which should be good. And then I can get the comprehensive guide on how to beat every stage in Limbus Company out. Which I'm pretty happy about. So, social distancing was this one, because I'm not using... Because somebody sent me a kit, check again to get the username right. Yeah, so somebody sent me a kit that I'm not using at the moment, but that's damage nuking. We min-maxed it. No, I'm not holding my A key down. I entirely forgot that we're supposed to be min-maxing this. No, we're just getting lucky. No, the thing is, I don't even have mods loaded at the moment. We're not min-maxing at all, we're just getting, like, good RNG. Like, thank you for reminding me, we'll have to turn that back on. Right, so we don't nuke, which means... Do we actually have... No, we don't have any paid... No, we want social distancing, but then we pick up, the other one, like meal and the like. You know, it's just been good RNG. Here overflows to here. And well, I'm gonna have to clash one of them. I'd prefer to clash you because you take slash damage. Yeah, you do. Yeah, just good luck. It's nice to have it sometimes, to be honest. It's Attack of the Killer Queen, that's what's doing it. Let's get meal going. Perfect. Combat prep will go onto them, which means I have the opportunity to do combat prep. I mean, That won't stagger. That, I want to get the healing and the damage from that. It'll overflow onto the bottom regardless, but it's fine. It'll overflow with a shield, which is pretty good. Oh no, and it'll overflow with invade again. Good invade. Alertness, there we are. This is... I'm not used to it going this well. They don't normally go this well. Okay, that overflows onto you. I don't want that to overflow onto you. What I'm going to do, actually, is Sharpen Blade you, because then it'll overflow onto you, and then for you, I can Silent Knight you. Deltarune tomorrow, indeed. Deltarune tomorrow. There we are, staggered on them, brilliant. Nearly dead. Ow. Dead on them. And Silksong tomorrow. In the future. Sometime in the future. Okay, then we take minimal damage from that. One day it shall be Silksong tomorrow. Combat prep you. Combat prep you. Actually, combat prep you, because we get the defensive pages anyway. And that way we deal some damage to them whilst they're staggered. Brilliant. I'd find it very funny if the first attempt of the stream, we just booted up and instantly kill Lovetown. As I am owed for the pain I went through. Right. Because, you know, I'm not max-manning. My hands are just, like, right here. Which is rather funny. God RNG on the one run I... like, just the first run. Genuinely great. But yeah, no, so my day has been going pretty well. A lot of procrastinating. I had some work I wanted to get done, because part of me wants to actually make a... I'm gonna lower the music a bit more, just so I can hear myself speak. Okay. So yeah. I kind of want to make a video essay, because, so I've been playing a lot of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, or I should say Cataclysm the Last Generation, but more people are going to know Dark Days Ahead. Yeah, Dark Days Ahead. And I kind of want to make a video essay on their combat system, because I really like how combat system works. Not combat. I don't think combat. I mean, I really want to make a video essay on the crafting system. Because I think Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead crafting system and skill system as a whole is actually one of my favorite I've seen. So yeah, I kind of want to make a video essay on that. So I was planning to get started on writing that, but... I mean, I'm not sure when I'd make it, because I still need to get, like, there's a ton of other videos on the back burner, you know. A lot of stuff to get done. What's it about? So... It is an apocalypse survival game. One moment. Okay, alright. So, I'll talk more about it after I'm done locking in, because I need to remember what we're doing. So, we need to care about these guys a lot more. So... It's a good idea to use this on them. Because they go first. We get overflowed? No, I don't want to risk that. Because otherwise it'll get overflowed to them, and that's not something I want to get overflowed to. What I could realistically just do is clean up. Sharpen Blade. Sharpen Blade you. Goes twice. Shield hopefully goes on them. Yeah, okay. Let's see that. We stream the millisecond I wake up. Strange coincidence there. Ow. I got overflowed there. I mean, that's fine. That means we'll deal some stagger damage to them. Yeah, great. A little bit of damage there. Perfectly fine. And also help me making a video. Yeah. Did I tell the helpers in the description? Yes. Pride and place in the description. Pride of place in the description is the thanks for the footage. God. I can go there, but it'll overflow onto them. So I want to do that. And then I think I have to do this and hope it overflows. In the right place. It did not overflow in the right place. Opinions on whelp text. I'll talk about... Ah, that's annoying. Right, and is this the... Oh no, this is just a random turn. Yeah, no, I should have used more evades, to be honest. If I'd used a Silent Night on one of these, we would have been set. Yeah. Okay, okay. Backlogs. Let's go back through. Okay, what is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead? Okay, so Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead is... Okay, I'm gonna quickly just get out a build, that somebody else had sent me. Right. So, the idea was that rather than doing what we're doing now where we defend stuff, you actually just go for more of an offensive setup, which I think was quite cool, so let's just quickly set this up. And that's... 2 cleanups to restore energy. Alright, 1 world combat, 2 combat preps, and then sharpen blade. And then the idea is just that you mostly ignore the ads and just nuke. That's what I've been told the strategy is. So let's put this to the test. Oh, actually, what did they put? I believe they used the same thing as I did for the other stuff. So yeah. Yeah, so you just... Yeah. You just try and deal as much stagger damage as possible. Right, okay. Back we go. Yeah, so Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead is a zombie survival game, which is quite cool, and I enjoy it. So it's not Okay, I'm gonna need to explain a bit. So, the idea is it is after a cataclysm has taken place. No kidding. But what that effectively means, to put it in, like, normal people terms, is... So the military was doing testing with a, sort of like... They call it the blob. It's like this, sort of pathogen-y thing that they found they could infect life forms with, and they could use that to alter them with mutagens, because it would have control over their genetic sequence. And they also found that if they put enough into, like, somebody, then they could make it so that they'd reanimate after death. And now if you've seen any zombie media whatsoever, you'll know immediately that that's a massive red flag. Hold on, let me just think of what I'm doing here. I think actually I want to... Here... No, I don't want... it's annoying. I can't overflow this properly. Let's do that. Just thought I'd have a mustache. Funny ego gift. Oh, I forgot to turn min-max back on. Whoops. Anyway, yeah. So the idea is that the military did all this testing. Because they were like, you know, this is a great thing that surely won't go wrong. And they thought that it was self-containing. So they thought that it only infected stuff they put it into, and that it wasn't, you know, moving about and infecting other people. And then they discovered that actually what they thought was self-containing actually wasn't, and it had spread to everyone in the labs, and because everyone in the labs had just been going about their normal life, it had been spreading to everyone in their home lives too. And so this thing had effectively what they thought was just this, you know, harmless thing, which I believe in lore is supposed to be to do with some alien tech they found, because it's more advanced. Like they've got a bunch of cool stuff. But yeah, so they thought it was self-regulating. Put the mods on. I will put the mods on after this. I'm just rambling at the moment about CDDA. So yeah, this thing that they thought was self-regulating wasn't. And by the time they'd figured that out, it was effectively too late for humanity. So what ended up... So what the blob does to people is that it... Hold on, let me just... clean up you, because that'll overflow to them. Yeah, fine. So what the blob does is it makes its way into a cell, and then replicates. I'm talking about CDA here. So yeah, it replicates it, and it tries to mimic the genetic patterns that are already there, which is the reason why they could use mutagens and stuff, because what they'd effectively do would, they'd put a sample of a DNA from another living thing in, it would read that and then go, oh, this is how this organism is supposed to be, let me recreate to match that. So that's what they were abusing, but what effectively happens is, because it had spread to everything at this point and began spreading out, it just began infecting people, like, at random, not at random, it began infecting everyone. And for a lot of people, this just meant death, because it would slowly build up and take over and effectively turn you into, you know, like a host for the blob, and would drive you mad. But the interesting thing is, also, hold on, was I supposed to get this? No, I was supposed to get social distancing. Whoops. As the player, you play as somebody who is immune. And the reason you're immune is, you're not immune to, like, the blob as... Well, you are sort of... No, hold on, let me rephrase. You're not immune to the blob. You are infected by the blob. But the thing is, you're a sort of carrier as the player. So you don't go mad, you don't get infected. So what makes for a really interesting thing is, you know how, like, in Zomboid, when you get bitten in Zomboid, that's it. End of run. You're going to get infected by zombies, die. That doesn't exist in Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, because you're already infected. Which makes Melee far more interesting, also, because you don't have to worry about, oh, a slip failed, and now I am infected and I'm about to die. No, none of that. You're already infected. But it also opens up some interesting mutagenic stuff. Because you don't play as the blob's minion. You play as your own entity. Everything around you, all the zombies around you, are blob's minions. Do you get so what you can do is use... So, it's a really cool thing, because it's really, like, in-depth. So there's a lot of different systems, and one of the systems that I quite enjoy is the mutation system. So this is what the military was using the blob for before, but what that... There's effectively, by taking mutagen, you then damage the DNA, the blob then repairs it in the way that the mutation samples are and gives you some positive traits. And so in a way, that's sort of moving deeper into corruption, because you're sort of sacrificing humanity. But there's also, like, cool systems to do with, you can get, like, there's cybernetics, which are quite cool. There's a lot of interesting systems that all work together quite well, in my opinion. And then the sort of piece de resistance, the sort of thing that keeps it all together, even when you're not doing all of these insane, you know, off-the-wall mutation and stuff. I'm a mad lad, thank you. But yeah, the thing that keeps it all together is the crafting system and the skill system. So there's two ways you get crafting recipes in the game. One of which is, also we're about to get, this is problematic actually, hold on. I'm just gonna hope that carries over there, because if we stagger them with the first, the second will get carried onto them, at which point we should be fine, otherwise we'll have to reset. That did not go how I wanted it to. We are about to get staggered. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, so the way skills work is by crafting the... Let me quickly just get Steam up. By crafting all these recipes, you improve your skills, and then and you can also find books, and if you read the recipes in books, you can also unlock new recipes. But the interesting thing is, each one of the skills has its own sort of distinct style to it. So, because there's combat skills, obviously, for, you know, combat. But equally, you have, like... So the main crafting skills are, there's fabrication, there's... it's fabrication, electronics, applied science. And those are, like, the three major ones that you're going to be practicing to get crafting down. But you can do them all. But what's interesting is fabrication as a distinct style is a lot of stuff, because it's the major crafting thing. electronics is more about salvaging components from old stuff and, you know, taking it apart to try and put it back up again together better. And then my favorite one is the applied science. And what I really like about applied science is applied science gives you a bunch of different recipes that can all craft into each other. So to begin with, it's very limited. You don't have very much. You gotta, you know, make do with the advanced stuff you find in labs, or like stuff like that. But as time goes on, also I'm just to anyway, no, I don't know what, tangenting myself. Anyway, yeah. But as time goes on, you unlock all these different recipes that lead into other chemicals. So you can sort of begin to make webs. So an example I'd give is hydrochloric acid. At a low level, hydrochloric acid you can only make by refining the blood of a toxic zombie. And that's quite hard to do because, I mean, there's not a lot of toxic zombies, you know, it's hard, you've got to fight them, win, etc, etc. But when you get a little bit more advanced, you unlock a recipe that allows you to turn salt, I think it's salt water, you can turn salt water and bleach into hydrochloric acid. And now that's really interesting, because you can also then make salt and other stuff like it through other crafting recipes. And it all sorts of, like, becomes this massive web of, okay, here's the chemical I want. I want to synthesize X medicine. And that are going to take these two compounds. And to get to these two compounds, I have multiple different routes of going through. So, of course, you can just find chemicals pre-built in labs, but then you can also go, okay, salt water to lye, which is a type of sodium hydroxide sort of thing, and then you can refine that lye down into a different chemical, which you can then process to get to the place again. So you don't actually need to use the pre-built chemicals, and you can also find bleach out in the world, and you can refine the bleach down, etc, etc. And I really love it because you end up with this massive tapestry where you can get to a place in the most optimal way from the stuff you have around you, and I quite like that. I think it's the best done crafting system I've seen in the game in a while. Anyway, so to answer a prior question, how do I have the determination to keep doing this? I honestly don't know. I'm a little bit insane is probably the correct answer to that question. This is 2/, so let's do this instead because that'll stagger, whereas this can deal damage to them. Have I tried RimWorld? I love RimWorld. I definitely think it needs mods to be played well, but I do enjoy RimWorld. Oh. Why did I stop? When I started ranting, I forgot to hold down Maximum for this first stage. Let's get Meal. But yeah, I really enjoy Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I think it's... So what I'm playing at the moment is technically a fork of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead called Cataclysm The Last Generation. I would not recommend Cataclysm The Last Generation as a place to get into the series, because what it effectively does is it removes a lot of the free recipes Dark Days Ahead gives you, and makes enemies just in general harder. Because apparently I wasn't suffering enough already. But I mean, the real reason I'm using it is because it changes cybernetic systems, and it just makes it, in my opinion, a more interesting and like better done system, which is the reason why I run it. But yeah, definitely recommend the Cataclysm. I haven't played Cataclysm because Cataclysm itself is interesting because it's this it's Cataclysm survival thing, obviously. But it started as Cataclysm, which released in I went on the wrong face again. Which released as this sort of it was an open source game in 2013, I believe was Cataclysm. Yeah, I'm talking about CDDA. But yeah, so Cataclysm released in like 2013. And it was updated for a while. No, it was before, and then it got made open source in 2013 when the main dev decided they were no longer going to be working on it. And this is the interesting part there, because then you start to see community forks take over. But the interesting thing about all the community forks is the main devs can't agree on the direction to take it, because Cataclysm itself is rather open. If you know, like, SS13, that's sort of what Cataclysm was like. So you had one camp of people who were like, well, this is a video game. We want people to enjoy the video game. And that became Cataclysm Bright Nights, which I've never played. But then another branch ended up becoming Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And what Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead focused on more was realism. And, you know, making sure every interaction made sense. And so this is where I discovered from a YouTuber called Worm Girl. You might know her because she does a lot of really, really good video essays on things. Her Fear and Hunger Termina, I think, is the... Well, no, her Fear and Hunger series is the most known. But she does a really good job of storytelling with CDDA, so definitely recommend checking her out. But yeah, so I discovered Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead through her series, and I really liked it. So I decided to give it a play myself, and I've enjoyed it for a very long time since then. But eventually, so whilst this was all going on, Bright Nights is doing its own thing. I haven't really kept up with Bright Nights because I never played Bright Nights. But Dark Days Ahead was getting more and more focusing on realism, and the problem was lots of contributors didn't like that it was doing that, because the heavy focus on realism meant that actually just, you know, like, good game decision choices weren't being taken. And there was just a lot of bloat, and the code base was getting really massive, and all that. So what ended up happening was Worm Girl herself actually made a fork of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and that's Cataclysm The Last Generation, and Cataclysm The Last Generation is what I play now. And I think it's a really cool. It's definitely hard. You will die a lot. But it's cool. I would recommend checking out the games. I think they're good. I've just been non-stop talking about them for the past little while, so, you know, you'd hope I think they're good. But yeah. Check them out. If you at all like in-depth systems, I cannot recommend them enough. Oh, this is perfect. Combat prep there. Just, yeah. Very good. Very good stuff. Let's... I'm also going to do a cleanup there, just because I want to get light back. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Ow. That's fine. At least it wasn't one-sided. Keep deflecting to deal stagger damage, because the idea is that we're basically just trying to nuke Temeri with this build. That is the goal. 2 minerals, very nice. Okay, 1-1. So, we want to sharpen blade this. They're going to be annoying, actually. I kind of think it's better for me to take the Fierce Onslaught there, because that'll deal less damage. Actually, if I do that there. It's avoided roll with this, or just pray every turn it turns out. Pray. A lot of this is praying. When do I think I'll switch away from Hod's Floor? I think I'll switch away from Hod's Floor as soon as we have the first realization unlocked. Mainly because ego pages are insane, and I'd really like to get my hands on them. Oh, we nearly didn't get staggered there. We might need to focus on the ads a little bit more. That might have been a bad strategy, because this deals no damage. So we could have just ignored this in favor of stopping them from staggering us. But that's fine. We're still working with it. We haven't done very much here. 10 plus if one-sided minions. True. That is true. But yeah, so I'll probably switch away from Hod as soon as we get Malkuth's Realization done. Because when Malkuth's Realization is done, then the fun begins. Because we can get ego pages in every encounter by turn 5. Which is very funny. And that's going to probably make our lives actually, like, enjoyable for a while, if you can believe it. That's annoying, because that's going to stop things flowing properly. But if I just do best I can. There. Are realizations even possible? Realizations are possible solo. So I don't know how I'm going to do them, because they're going to be a massive battle of endurance, but they're definitely possible solo. Philip dead. Yes, Philip died. It only took us, like, 12 to 13 hours. You know? Reasonable amount of... I'm so glad he's gone. That'll overflow. We're gonna have to take a 10 damage from someone, so I'll clean up that, just because that will stop us getting one-sided too much. Yeah. Great. Gonem will never come back again. It's totally not like his returning phase is actually what makes this challenge impossible or anything. No. But too far ahead, but what about crying children? Shh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about crying children. We don't talk about crying children. Crying children make the challenge impossible. I know that's a roadblock that's coming for us eventually, but yeah. I'm mostly just sticking my head in the sand and hoping it goes away. Because there's a way to deal with it later on in the challenge, but we'd have to skip it, which... yeah. That nearly flowed properly. Oh well. Meal means we get healed. I'd like my evade page to prop up. That's fine, actually. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think that's the best way to do that. So, okay, to explain the crowns, is this HOD-only gameplay? It's solo, and we're using pods, so yeah, kind of. HOD is the best floor for soloing at the point in the game we're at. Brilliant. Got a bit of stagger resist back. So yeah, the reason you have a crown is because YouTube, for some reason, is doing an interesting XP system. Which means that by talking in chat, you gain XP points that recognizes your, you know, contributions to my community. It resets after every stream. I just find it very funny that they've decided to do it at all. It's sort of like, picture Twitch points, but, you know, less good. I can't wait for YouTube to institute gambling. That's going to be very fun. So I don't think it's I think it only... I think it gives XP every... I would hope it doesn't promote spamming. I think it just gives XP randomly every so often, I think. Sure. You thought this was a premiere? No, I'm live. Hello. Alright. Actually, I should probably flash. Gives it for every message. Really? I think it does have a cooldown. It wouldn't make sense to not have a cooldown. Because also, it's really random. I'm gonna return this. Okay, actually, to go back to Wellpug, I saw somebody has done a 2-turn. Like, what? Somebody's done a 2-turn of Night of Despair. Huh? Genuinely. What? What is the balancing? And the funniest thing is, it's not even Malfaust. It's genuinely not Mal. They use Night of Despair Rhodia. What you use is you use Captain Ishmael, and Captain Ishmael does a support attack, which causes Rhodia to gain a bunch of charge, which then causes her nuke to go really well. Which is really funny. By turn 2, they get 2 skill 3s on Rhodia that both deal 660 damage. Which is insane. It's mental. Okay, so this thing we're ignoring. How many one-sides do we have? Okay. Here, that'll... that's annoying, because it'll trickle over to stuff I don't want. Because I do want to... Sharpen Blade that. That'll trickle over to there. Or... No. There. It'll trickle over to there, which means we take that damage, but I think that's fine. I'm gonna do that because this means that we gain... we just gain back to 2 anyway, which is fine. There we are. Oh, I just realized both of those are activated at the same time. So they're not gonna affect against one-ways. Oh wow, okay, never mind. It worked out fine in the end. Anyway, yeah, the reason why currently we do have lovely Deltarune music going on in the background is because, yeah, Mr. Sebastian Wolf would be knocking on my front door if I decided to play. Not Mr. Sebastian Wolf, sorry, that would be this. No, Millie music is copyrighted. Therefore, we need to use this. I'm just putting on music. There we are, right. Ow. Great, stagger on them, that gives us a turn for more damage later. That should be fine, because they'll deal very little damage to us. Yeah, great, thank you. Great. Also copy... Yeah, I think the reason why Millie copyrights their tracks is because it's... They're actually proper tracks for Millie, which is a little bit annoying, but I understand why it's done like that. Okay, and then I want to do that. I think. Is that all? Yeah, okay. I think this will work how I want it to. Right. Ah, no, never mind. Not how... Please don't stagger us here, actually. Ah, but... And that's really annoying, because if we'd survived that, then we could nuke him here. Combat Prep and Fierce Onslaught aren't exactly the best, but... Oh well. Okay, so it isn't really... We'll try to give us Koru. Okay, what Koru Observer song in particular? Oh, and I'll put it on. We'll just have to sit through a Gillette ad first, because for some reason, every time I decide to play music on stream, the camera's checking the fact that I haven't shaved in, like, months at this point. Focus to marry. Oh, okay. Okay, Ruinous Intent. Okay. Wow, that silence is deafening. Okay, Ruinous Intent. Koru Observer. Oh wow. Cool art. Just for anyone interested. Oh, get out. That's the art. Ah, it's there. Right. Let's put that on loop. So I figured out the other day, actually, let me lower that. I figured out the other day, I managed to get my ad blocker working on, incognito thing, so now I can play music on streams without needing to worry about 1,000 ads playing. That's gonna trickle over to there, which means if I do... I can do... No, that's not gonna work either way, so I'll just do clean up there. You can always one side select with lock it. Yeah. But yeah, YouTube copyright is weird. It's not very good for anybody involved, to be honest, but still. Because, yeah, a lot of the time, artists do just have to sort of copyright their tracks so they lose access to the copyright, which is stupid. The world of copyright is not one I'm very familiar with, and I think I'm happier for it, to be honest. Okay, that's gonna trickle over to that. That's not what I want it to trickle over to. Thankfully, I can clean up that. Do I have... No, I have Look of the Day currently. Otherwise, I'd use Cumulus Soul. Oh, yeah. But yeah. Koru Observer is a cool game. I should get back to playing Koru Observer. I did really enjoy it when I played it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better than it has been in recent memory, at least. Because for a while there, YouTube's copyright was being just abused to Kingdom Come. Where's that? Oh, they were going on the first one, really? Because then... I may as well Cumulus Wall them to get some stagger going. Right. You know, I didn't end up finishing Koru. I always meant to get back around to it, but I just never got the time to stream it. Okay. what I'm going to do is combat prep that. That'll evade that. We might get hit a little bit, but doesn't matter. Do that. Will that deal enough damage? Probably better to... Why not? Go big or go home. I do remember when Toby Fox called out, put out Sebastian Wolf. Because they ended up donating to Choice, one of Undertale Yellow's charities of choice. Which honestly is quite a cool way to, you know, do that. Okay. I mean, one of the major problems with YouTube's copyright system is if you get claimed, there's nothing you can really do to resolve that claim. They just sort of go, hey, your video has copyrighted music in it. You're going to want to remove that. And you can either do that by removing the music, which is what I normally do, but it leaves a really weird, distorted feel to the music, which it's evident. You can see when music has been removed from a track. Funnily enough, one of the points at which music has been removed from one of my videos was the audio jungle section in the LobCorp Egoless run. Ironically enough, despite playing audio jungle for the entire thing, I still got copyrighted on copyright-free dubstep. But yeah, YouTube's copyright system is weird. Things are going well. I'm on the clock here. Angry face, come on. Chop chop. There we are. Thank you. Apparently there is a mod to make that always angry, but still. Oh, hello, nothing there. As soon as I start talking about Egoless, nothing there returns. Combat prep you. A lot of the problem with YouTube music is that there's nothing stopping a YouTuber from putting up a collection and saying, oh yeah, copyright-free music, you can use this, and then turning around and copyrighting it. Which, you know, that's nice. I enjoy that. I enjoy being lied to. And I don't even think you could get them for false advertising, to be honest. There we are. Right. I mean, one of the worst too was for the Apoc bird. Apoc bird. How'd you say that? Apoc, because it's Apocalypse bird, but would it be Apoc? Apoc bird sounds weird. But yeah, it was... I played Night of Nights. And because I played a fan remake of Night of Nights, it got copyright claimed. And there was nothing I could do. Even though Night of Nights is supposed to be copyright free and you're not supposed to be able to make a copyrighted version of it, the first search result that comes up for Night of Nights is actually a copyrighted version of Night of Nights. Which, you know, that's fun. That's fun. I do enjoy that. Right, okay, we focus to marry. Cumulus wall on the... Let's do Cumulus wall on there, and then... If I do combat prep on there, that'll overflow to them, which is perfect, because that takes out another one of theirs. There we are. Ooh, Shy Face, perfectly timed. Okay, good stagger going. Why did that not... Did I not clash that? Huh? Okay. Sharpen blade, clean up on you. Then save the other cleanup. Yeah. I am looking... because I haven't actually played Touhou before. Touhou. Touhou's how you say that. I haven't played Touhou before. I'm looking forward to playing... Oh. Right. Okay, change in music time. Let's go for... How much time did it take to make the guide video? Probably, all things considered, about 8 hours, I'd say. Can really accomplish a solo. Definitely. It's just a matter of... not getting lucky necessarily. I don't think I'm using the deck right, to be honest. But still. Okay, let's play this. I love Hat in Time. One of the coolest games I've seen. It's got such a happy art style. Also, I love Electro Swing, so, you know, this is perfect. Okay, that's just gonna overflow to one of them, which is annoying, but I'm gonna have to put up with it. So, I mean, I could actually Fierce Onslaught them. I'm gonna stop humming now, because I've taken no music lessons. I know how to play the piano, and that's it. This is Trainwreck of Electro... Why is that so small? Trainwreck of Electro Swing from Hat in Time. It's, like, favorite song in the OST. Not very cool, but it's very cute. Okay, that's fair. Will the guide video be public for non-members? Kiwi is currently working on a thumbnail, and as soon as Kiwi is done with the thumbnail, I will be able to hit the Go Public button. That's literally the only thing we're waiting on at the moment. She's a little bit ill at the moment, so she's not been able to make a thumbnail particularly. But she is working on it. Ow. Ow. Social distancing. This is gonna hurt me. Regardless of what I do here, I'm taking 2 overflows. Well, not, I'm taking 2 one-sides. It's a... If you've done the, you know the Murder Mystery... Oh, we got staggered. Okay, that's a reset. But yeah, if you've done the remix of the stage of the... like, Old Western Train Murder Mystery one. This plays, I believe. But yeah. Ignore the pierce one sides, they don't deal too much damage. Yeah, no, I was... Oh, do they not? Oh, okay. Interesting. I hadn't considered that, actually. Ow. Oh yeah, no, that's not too much damage, actually. That's a lot of damage. That's annoying, but still. Yeah, look at that. I don't know why I was questioning there. Because, I mean, it's not like I'm going to pick anything else other than Look of the Day. That's going to overflow to you, which is annoying. Ah, okay. Right. Right. We wait now. Yeah, okay. Actually, how long have I spent on Librarian? I'm not sure. I'm going to quickly check. I have spent 81 hours, and the terrifying thing is, of those 81 hours, 12 are Philip. 12 are Philip. Would you recommend Slash Power or Stagger, by the way, Smithy? If I'm pronouncing that name right. Okay, let's... oh. Oh yeah, great. That's actually a good idea. Because now we're going to do this and get hit by that. Ah, it's fine. Axes go to defense. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think the one thing this deck does struggle with is stagger resist. Other than that, very good deck. I'm gonna... Cumul Sword. Oh, I used the wrong face again. It doesn't particularly matter. But, oh well. Worst made fight in Library Ruina. From what I've heard, everybody seems to hate that one abnormality girl. That's the one I've seen everybody hate on the most. Okay, then we deal with that one side. Streamer I'm throwing. It's so true. Time loss streamer. Time loss. deflect. Evade, evade. Brilliant. Ow. Silent Girl, yeah. I believe everybody hates Silent Girl the most. I'm not sure why, I've never fought Silent Girl myself. Of the fights I've fought, I would have to say the one that I thought was the least well-designed would have to be, I mean, I didn't really understand Queen of Hatred, but that's because I didn't understand mass attacks when I beat her, but... yeah. This is Urban Plague. Yeah, I believe this is Urban Plague. Okay. Silent Girl's a ridiculous stat check. Ah, okay, that makes sense. From what I've seen, a lot of people struggle with, media... well, not media, illiteracy moments with it, and wonder why they can't play the unplayable attack. Rush is the one I hate the most, because... you'll do and take. Do you mean, Red Riding Hood? There, out of curiosity. Because... on Red Riding Hood was the fight where I learnt how mass attacks work, which if you know how Red Hood fights, you'll understand why. Okay, let's. There. The problem with mass attacks for me is the game does a terrible job of explaining them to you. So you're never told that if you just, like, use a skill normally, and it's on the same thing as a mass attacks dice, it'll just clash the mass attack. The game never tells you that, and I find that really strange. Or at least if it does, it's, like, buried halfway in a massive wall of text. Which, you know, many such cases. Right? Brilliant. Mass summation, I think I get. Mass summation is just it adds together all the dice and then gives it as one value. I think. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't really understand how the system works either. Ow. That's fine, bleed damage. That's correct. Okay, great. Moderately understood that then. Okay, the way XP works is in a so XP, you can get XP by talking, but you can also get XP by donating, and you get more XP for donating than you do for talking. So if anybody was to give subs right now, they would immediately, you know, skyrocket to the top of the list. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna clash this, because... ooh. So, do I want to save the sharpened blade, or do I want to use them? Because, I mean, I could... if I do combat prep there... actually, I probably want to combat prep that, so it actually... I mean, I don't really care about it going first, but... always empty your hand because ultra passive, fair. It only gives you 1k XP, Jesus. Okay, so if I go for... okay, I'm gonna try focusing them down. I'll use... I mean, I could just use another sharpened blade here. Because if I use a sharpened blade on them, sharpened blade then gets boosted by +2... +4. Lone Fixer isn't active, otherwise that would have been funny. Actually, I want to use Fierce Onslaught, because if I don't use Fierce Onslaught, then I don't get my light back. There we are. Let me wait for the face to change. There we are. Right. Brilliant. That's fine, it's basically no damage. Here, the Reflect to get some Saga damage in. The Evade to heal some Evade for me. Great. Oh, that's annoying, but okay. Or do you want to nuke it before she properly activates it? Okay. So then clash this with combat prep. And then you're the one side I care about. Would you say that the one side there is the better move, or the one side there? Because, I mean, that'll trickle over onto them. which means I get one-sided by them, but it also means I focus them harder. I'll just do this. Next, if that was a wrong move, next time I'll correct it. A little bit of damage here, that'll be fine. Staggered on them, please kill. Brilliant. Okay, a little bit of damage there, a little bit of damage there. Perfectly fine. Okay. Thank you, game. You're right, I did want... I wanted 2 cleanups, actually. Thank you. That is what I wanted. Oh, that's the wrong face again. Wouldn't have helped me regardless, but still. Yeah, I'm dead. That was unlucky. Any card other than 2 cleanups there would have done the trick. Oh well. Right, I'm going to switch to a more casual track and I'll just talk about... I can move back to telling stories for a little bit. Let's... What do I want to put on? Okay, you know what? This is a more... There we go. Just a bit of a background track. I do not have Unrelenting on. I could put Unrelenting on, but I have these instead. Just for a little bit of extra help. I mean, I could, in theory, drop this and this, and then get Unrelenting, which, actually, that would probably be better, in all fairness. Yeah, no, let's do that quickly. Unrelenting from you. There we go. The thing I find a lot of the time with Unrelenting is, by the time it activates, you're probably dead already. But yeah. Anyway. So, how my day has gone. So I mean, I haven't really done much today, to be honest. So, yeah, I was planning on streaming earlier. I was actually interested, though, and I find it really curious that... So normally I stream earlier on in the day, right? Because, you know, Britain, time zones, all that sort of stuff. But by streaming later, more people are actually here to catch the stream. Which I find quite interesting. Yeah. But yeah. So, I was planning on doing it earlier, but the reason I wasn't is because, I mean, I was mainly just... So I was waiting on somebody else to do stuff, because a friend had told me, like, oh yeah, you know, my schedule's entirely free today. Let's go hang out. Let's go, you know, bouldering. Because I mean, I've said before on the channel, I really enjoy bouldering. One of my hobbies. So we're gonna go bouldering and then we're gonna go, you know, play darts. And so what I did for most of the day was I did a little bit of messing about with the video, just to, you know, get things done, get things in order. And then by the time it hit 2, they were like, okay, I'm gonna be a bit delayed. Something's come up. So I was like, okay. You know, that's fine. It's fine. I've got nowhere to really be. You know? So I was like, well, I can postpone the stream a little bit because, you know, I've got some time tonight. You know, I've got a little bit of time. I'll be able to postpone. People will understand. Everything will be good. You know, jobs are good. And then they texted me. After that, after I was like, okay, I'll just stream later, that's probably fallen through. They're like, oh no, I have time later. I was like, okay, that's fine, I'll just postpone things, you know, a little bit longer. Because, I mean, you know, it's fine. That's fine. I don't really mind. The stream comes out when the stream comes out. I understand that you'll all understand that. Let me do that there and then that there. And I would hope everybody who's watching the stream understands, you know, like real life stuff. There's nothing I can really do about it. Ow, that's annoying. So yeah. So, well, that's fine. You know, I do enjoy darts. The bouldering place is going to be closed. So then I waited a little bit longer. And then, at, like, the last second, they let me know, oh, yeah, sorry, this thing is stretched on far too long. Do you want to reschedule? And that just... So, yeah, my day, I mean, I can't blame them. They thought they were going to be free, and then they got called in to do some stuff, and... I mean... I've done the same before, so I really can't begrudge them too much. I understand the feeling, but yeah. So that was my day. My day was spent waiting for somebody who said they were going to be finished, like, very soon around lunchtime to not be. But I mean, I can't really complain. I just potted about mostly. Had some leftovers, rather nice leftovers, just because, you know, why not? I couldn't be bothered to cook a proper thing for lunch, so I just, you know, decided to root around for what I'd cooked before and just ate that. But yeah. So that was my day. How was all of your days, chat? Let me clean up that and then this onslaught that. I would rather attack that person, but because my stagger is so low, I really don't want to be playing around with that. Brilliant. Oh wow, we might just kill them anyway. Wow. Brilliant. It truly is a chill stream. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's okay, actually, that reminds me. For some reason, just out of the blue, the previous stream did really well. I don't know why. Just sometimes streams do really well and sometimes they don't. Because it's nearly hit 1,000 views. Yesterday, the day before yesterday's stream. Which, actually insane. I don't know how it's done that. I mean, I'm not complaining. If you guys want to watch me do this, I'll do this more. But yeah, that was rather interesting. Right, okay, first one down. Full health, brilliant. 3 days running around town because being a sloth's not very fun. That's understandable. Even if I'm mostly just keeping indoors at the moment because the weather here is rather interesting. Yeah, YouTube algorithm is weird. Okay, let's sharpen blade you. That'll go onto you. Unless I want to let it overflow to that, which I don't really. It'll overflow to that instead. All of these are doing one side, so it's probably best for me to deal with them. And then I'll just do that, because then it'll overflow to at least one of them, which is fine by me. That's fine. We take a little bit of damage from that, but not very much, because it's endured. Right. And it overflows. Why didn't it overflow? Right, okay, that's and they're all one sides again. Right. That is annoying. This there. I don't have. I'm getting staggered here. That's unfortunate. Things did not work out the way I wish they would. Yeah. I mean, we've got Unrelenting, so, you know, there's still a chance. I mean, let's see, that might hit me with... Huh? What? Does Unrelenting... Oh, fake. Fuck it. Send in the Malkuth. Screw you. I don't understand why that didn't work, but, you know, screw you. Go in my Malkuth. Oh. Yeah, that dealt nothing. Oh, I didn't mean to click that button. Is there a stagger recovery this early in the game? Evade, and that's about it. So no, not really. I know Unrelenting has a 25 damage stagger limit, I just wasn't... They couldn't have dealt 32 damage to me. Actually, I guess if I was staggered and then they hit a... What, 16 on me? Oh no, that's very likely, actually. No, that makes sense. Stop cumulus for another evade. I'm gonna try using Axe first, to be honest. I'll see if Axe works out. Okay. That's gonna overflow. I really don't want that to overflow onto that, but it kind of has to. I mean, if I do combat prep, it at least will overflow in a way that's beneficial to me. And then we can't sharpen blade that. We clean up. Great. Quick game watching Love Corp and because then you knowing people would rage quit? I don't think so. I think it's just a way that PM did UI design. Feels more made for DPS. Ah, okay. I might swap out the Cumulus for another combat prep. Then maybe. Librarian themed RPG. I would. Okay, I've discussed this in previous streams, but the idea of a PM themed MMORPG. I really like the sound of a PM MMORPG. I would lose so much money. The fees would cripple me. Well, I mean, the fees wouldn't cripple me, but... And I wouldn't really spend... I'm not sure. It depends on the monetization system, I guess, but that's out of the, scope for a hypothetical MMO. Alright, let's go Axe. Yeah, I think an MMO... I would really like an MMORPG. I might be biased. I did make... I asked the people in the Discord, and they all agreed with me. Then again, that Discord consists of people who joined to play a TTRPG in PM's world, so maybe they're all a little bit biased, but, I think the thing that Archive does wrong is that Archive... Well, I mean, Archive's combat system is shit, but, moving past that, the thing Archive does wrong is it doesn't have enough of the casual skills. Because you need more, like, crafting and stuff like that. Crafting, information gathering, all the sort of stuff that brings a world to life that Archive has none of. And so Archive, ignoring the fact that the combat is really bad and you basically need to play on a server in your region or else you're going to die, it just isn't interesting enough. I would, if I was to take inspiration, I would definitely take inspiration from Old School RuneScape. I think Old School RuneScape is a good thing to take inspiration from. Because yeah, I think you could definitely make a fun game in the style of that. Because, okay, to talk about Archive for a little bit, because I mean, we may as well. The thing I dislike about Archived is, it feels like it's copied... It feels like it's copied Deep Woken, but it's copied none of the good stuff. It's copied all of the bad parts of Deep Woken, and none of the good parts of Deep Woken. For example, I don't think Deep Woken is a very good game when it comes to tutorialization. I don't think anybody would disagree with me when I say that. But at least, the one thing Deep Woken does well is that the combat feels fluid. When you parry something, you can parry at any moment, and you'll instantly be able to. And it creates a flow to combat. And sure, it's slightly strange at times, but that fluidity is what, if you're going to make something in PM's world, fights are the most fluid things ever. Like, that's the thing you should be trying to emulate the most. And, like, what's the one thing that Archive doesn't use? That's right, it has a parry system where when you parry and you parry wrong, you don't get your parry back. So, it doesn't... My problem with it isn't that it's an Archive clone. No, isn't that it's a Deep Woken clone. My problem with Archived is that it's a bad Deep Woken clone. They've tried to differentiate themselves, and in differentiating themselves, they've shot themselves in the foot. I don't care if you're Deep Woken. Sure, okay, everybody has roots. I mean, Project Moon itself took, like, quite heavy inspiration from other monster management, sims. Like, that... having roots is nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody has roots. The problem is when you don't learn the correct lessons from the roots and are still ashamed of them. Because it just comes across as a lazy copy rather than just a copy. What is Deep Woken? Deep Woken is a Roblox game with permadeath. I'm not very good at it. I played it for a little bit with a few friends, and I never got past the tutorial area. Axe. Will the stagger damage condition activate on non-slash dice? No, it's only slash, I believe. Oh. No, I don't want to right-click. Alright. Okay. Please tell me. Okay, we got slightly lucky there, actually. We got... That'll overflow to there if I had an evade. I don't. Cumulus slash. This one's like you. What are you? You're blunt. Blunt we take. Not the most damage from, but I'll still clean up you. That way I don't take that damage. I wish I had an evade, because then I could... I don't really need the stagger back at the moment, to be honest. Okay, the difference here with this strategy now is because we've picked up Axe, we actually just want to survive, I'd say. So less focusing on Temeri until we get to the Temeri nuke. Yeah, I think Deep Woken... As far as games go, Deep Woken has good roots. The problem is that the devs don't understand how to use those good roots to make a good game. They've got all the foundations of an interesting premise. They just don't use them well. That should flow the way I want it to, actually. I hope. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Fine. Never mind, that's not gone how I want it to. Still fine. Oh, I found out... Yeah, why does Forsaken have PM content? It's a Dead by Daylight clone. I don't get it. Why does a Dead by Daylight clone have PM references? It genuinely just makes no sense to me. Staggered, brilliant. Stagger resist back, brilliant. And then a little bit of deflecting. I think this is our attack phase. Yes, it is, great. Just thought it would be funny. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if... Yeah, I guess if you want to do something, may as well. Not going to begrudge you for that. Okay, the question is, do we actually deal enough damage here? I hope so. Yes, okay, great. These guys don't get staggered from that. That is problematic, but let me just try and deal as much damage as I can to them, to be honest. Because now's my chance to deal damage. I wish I had more cards. Yeah. Okay, that's annoying. We shouldn't die here, though. Never mind, we're gonna die here. Right. It's a shame I didn't get a sharpened blade there, because if I'd gotten a sharpened blade, we might have stood a chance. The Unrelenting procced on the previous turn. Right, let's throw Malkuth at the situation and see if that works. Charge up phase, do not clash Temeri. Does Temeri gain buffs from being clashed? Let's see, do we deal enough damage? No, really? Interesting. I think the fight ends if... Does killing Temeri not end the reception? Really? I could have sworn it did. I can't check, but I could have sworn it did. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to survive until after that then. So the nuke plan was never gonna work. I mean, what we could do actually, in theory, is we could throw Malkuth in as like a distraction force to just weaken them up a little bit. Because by weakening them up a little bit, we'll reduce the amount of motion coins they all get, and then we'll also be able to get down. We'll be able to focus. No, they revive at half HP. So the idea would be solely just to weaken them up a little bit. So if I did it in a different order to how I did that, in theory, yeah, I think that would work. That's gonna overflow to them already. And then I can just... I am not going to be able to clash everything, so I think I'm just going to use Penal Swall on them. Because that way I'll get rid of something at least. Great. We do not have She Association yet. I clashed that! I actively... Right, okay. That'll go to there, which is fine. You're one-sided as well, so let's just do that. I think I do like the additional damage provided by Slash, even though if it means we don't get as much stagger. So what do we do during She? I mean, by the point at which we reach She, we'll have Mr. Bamboo-Hatted Kim. And I think Bamboo-Hatted Kim is, you know, the ace in the hole here. He's the thing that we're going to use to help us. Okay, great. Ow, okay. How am I beating Bamboo-Hatted Kim? Full stop. I shoot him in the face and then I leave. That's the plan. Oh, I do need to hold down the A key, don't I? Whoops. I forgot I did that to stop myself going insane during this challenge. Right. That'll go onto you, which is annoying. Actually, so what I want to do is... I'm not going to be able to avoid them all anyway, but... Actually, if I do... Yeah. Kim has Unrelenting. Does it? I mean, the thing I'm looking forward to... It's a shame we can't have pre-nerf to claim their bones. Because if we could have pre-nerf to claim their bones, we would be properly unstoppable. That'll go onto you, which means... Clean up on you. We take that damage, that's fine. We can take that damage. Right. No counter dice yet. No, they don't exist yet for us. What? I keep clashing them. Why do they keep attacking me? I keep... Right, okay. Fine. Does it go like this? Is this how the order works? Because I could have sworn it was like that. But... The change on Cataclysm from Kim alone. I wouldn't be surprised to learn if it was from Kim alone. Because... yeah. To claim their bones was insane. And if you can just reuse that on every dice, what's the point in using any other attack? Meow. Combat prep on you, combat prep goes to you, which is fine, I suppose. The evade will do fine. Get us some stagger back. Brilliant. Staggered. Damage. First counter on puppets. Really? Oh, I guess... Doesn't it go Lovetown Warp puppets. So wouldn't it be easier to get bamboo-headed Kim? Or am I going insane there? Do I not know how this game works? Wait for the face to change. Suddenly one day, my face changed. Right, stagger on them. The one thing I really like about this run is the amount of, like, niche little things the game never tells you how work. Which on one hand, it's really annoying because none of them work properly. But on the other hand, it's really cool to be using them. If I clash that with that, that'll actually just straight up kill you. So let's do that. First then go for him if possible and steal the Eugen page. Oh, okay. Fair enough. With Eugen, do you prioritize healing as much as possible? Because you could probably get up to quite high numbers. Sharpen blade on you, combat grip on you. Actually, combat grip you, because then it'll overflow. Brilliant. Alright. I wonder what PM was thinking when they made Shy Face. Like, it does just flat out give you a free +2. You just have to wait. Like, if you're slightly patient, then you get a free +2 on all your attacks. I mean, it has gotten the worst of me before when I've just been talking to you guys, but most of the time people don't have, like, an audience to talk to. They won't be constantly turning back to the right. Anyway, yeah. Right, more talking. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I have planned content-wise. So, the Limbus tutorial video will be coming out soon. Oh, I should have sent... Do you not get the chance to send in flaws in between your goes? Or did I just skip part? Hold on. Let me rewind slightly. I could have just missed that. Yeah, I just... full autopilot skip past that. Brilliant. Great job, me. Ignored the strategy I was planning. Okay. This I want to deal with, so Female Swall. That I want to deal with. That I want to deal with. So... I can't deal with them. Never mind. I'll just do this, and then clean up on you. You're clashing, don't care. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Great. There. Anyway, so content-wise, the Limbus tutorial video will be coming out soon. This weekend, hopefully. And then, next up in the plan was going to be this video. Because I thought this challenge was going to actually end soon. I have been proven wrong by myself. This challenge will not be ending a while yet. Let me sharpen blades that. Actually, will that carry on to what I wanted to carry on to? Or would it be better for me to sharpen blades that, just to avoid the damage? That's going to deal more damage, I think. Because 5-4 will activate on that. We take... I wish the slash and the other thing would switch the other way around, but that's fine, I think. Because otherwise, clashing against that... No, it would go to what I wanted to do. Did it go on that? No, it would. PV time? Okay. Sure. Hold on. Let me just quickly do this one. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, 2 like that. Why does that go? You are last in the order. Why do you go first? Sure. Great, cool. That's... Anyway, it's TV time. It's TV time. Nope, Tamari had one. They all had one. Let me not click space, though. Okay, that should overflow to that. In theory. Whether it will or not is a question that is up for debate according to the game. There we are. Right. A little bit of stagger resist back, and now... Don't clash with this. Gain 5 strength next to you and charge up, so I'm gonna take extra stagger damage. Do I not want to clash this? Do I just... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I got none of my offensive cards. Brilliant. Wow, I really would have liked these cards last turn. Hold on. Oh, thank you, game. Thank you. God, I love it when the game does this. I do love when the game just decides, yeah, you know that point you've reached? No, you haven't actually. Oh. No, game. Why is there an earthquake going on? The deck wasn't at fault there, I just didn't draw the offensive cards I needed to. The deck is built perfectly fine. I just got unlucky. Is Cumulus Wall even needed? Not really, I probably need to remove that, actually. I mean, what else would I fit it in for? Like, I could... If I was going to, I'd replace it with, probably... Not Now Die. Now Die's too expensive. But... I'm not really sure what I'd replace it with. Silent Mist or something. Just to be able to deal more damage. But no, it's fine. It is really just a case we got unlucky. But we'll get lucky eventually. We don't even need to get lucky, we just need to get not unlucky. Oh, is it stuck like this? Okay, hold on. What a game you got here, PM. What a game. What a game. What's worse, Philip or Philip? Definitely Philip. I mean, we've only spent, like, 2 hours total on this fight already, and I can even see getting close to finishing it. Okay, actually, I do think replacing Cumulus Wall with another attacking skill might be better, because we don't use social distancing. So it might be better to replace Cumulus Wall with... I mean, if there's another 1-cost good attacking card, I'll take it. Because, I mean... I could take your Hindrance. Is that... It's got an Evade too, actually, which is quite useful for me, to be honest. I mean, Fierce Onslaught's fine and all, but also... I'm gonna try it out purely for the Evade. The cleanups are decent. I mean, it's annoying when I draw both of them, but Combat Prep I like, and then Sharpened Blade damage. I think that's good. At least you can cheese fill it with Zhao. How? Where do you see Zhao in our setup? I don't think I've unlocked Zhao yet. If I have unlocked Zhao, something has gone very wrong, and I'd like to be abusing it right about now. That'll overflow to there, which is annoying, but nothing I can do about that. Not that. Oh, okay. Is the music alright, by the way? It might be a little bit too loud, I'm not sure. I mean, if I'll just turn it down a bit. There we go. Right. Anyway, so, content-wise. I was going to make this video as the next video, because I thought there was no way in hell we were going to get past Philip. The problem is, we've gotten past Philip. So, yeah. I'm now at a little bit of a loss of what to do next. Right, axe. Please. Okay, you're a hindrance. Lovely. Here, we'll go immediately to there, which is 1. Yeah, there's nothing really better for that. I actually prefer going to there, to be honest. I mean, it's the exact same, but... Right. Right. Okay. More stance. Prediction video for future Olympus content if you're into that kind of thing. I would... Okay, I did actually... So, okay, the problem isn't really... The problem is having too much content. Because I want to make... So, this was going to be the next video, because I thought it was going to be finished. Then, I want to do a Deltarune video, obviously, as I've said before. And then, after the Deltarune video, I was planning on getting back into Egoless more. And then from Egoless, I was going to then do some video essay stuff. But now that this is getting pushed back, I'm not really sure what to bring to the front, so to say. I would disagree. I would call Ruina a harder game, but that's probably just because I don't know how to make good decks, to be honest. I find Lobotomy Corporation to be the easier game. I might be outweighed by that, but I think LobCorp gives you far more to deal with things. It's definitely... The spinning plates are hard to do, but Egoless was actually really fun. I may be the only insane person here that thinks LobCorp was easier than Ruina. Still. You're back. Welcome back. We're still at Lovedown. LobCorp is definitely harder when you don't know what you're doing, but when you do know what you're doing, it's easier. Though, when you're doing what you're doing, this game is easier. I would say it's harder to learn what you're doing in this game than it is in LobCorp, in my personal opinion. Because this game isn't very good at teaching you things, compared to LobCorp where, you know, the entire gameplay system is teaching you things, so it kind of has to be pretty good at it. You're a hindrance to trickles over, and then we do that. Only played LobCorp once. That's fair. But yeah, no, I definitely found, I found LobCorp to be the easy game. I do play a lot of management sims, but, yeah. It may be all the management sims I play that's doing it for me, but so I'm just gonna do that, because frankly we have enough damage. Right. One thing PM consistent is bad tutorials. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think for me, the thing that made Ruina harder for me is because I didn't look anything up, which means I never used range cards. It's only just in the solo... Oh, I forgot to send Malkuth in again. Whoops. It's only just now that I'm beginning to discover the power of, yeah, range cards. You know, they're pretty solid. I'd like to stop that from hitting. I would also like to not be left with, like, only a few cleanups at the end, so I'm going to clash that as well. Day 49 is definitely hard, but I don't think it's that hard, really. Like, it's micro-heavy, but it's not too bad. Why did that go there? Okay, I think what's happened here is, although it doesn't look like it, Temeri is actually at the front of the encounter, then this Love Towns person is at the back. So what's happening is, I'm prioritizing this person as if they're going first when there's speed ties, but it's actually Temeri who's in the front. And I think that's what's getting me. You're a hindrance. We'll then get trigger onto one of them, because I will then clash this with cleanup. Or, I mean, I could actually... No, it's better for me to... push that with that. Right. No! Not again. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Ow. Oh, and we're staggered. Brilliant! Thank you, game! It doesn't go left to right, it goes right to left. It goes from the front of the encounter to the back. The difference is that currently there is a boss monster on the field, and the boss monster takes precedent, apparently. I can show you it's right to left. I can demonstrate it to you right now if I... You'll be able to see if these two run into a speed tie. They don't run into a speed tie, but if they did, I would have thrown an evade onto the field. And remember, only one out. Just one more run. Just one more run. You gotta believe me, one more run. Okay, yes. No autopiloting. I will send in the hit squad this time round. You should copy the game as personalist. I haven't heard that copy pasta in a while. I do find it very interesting whenever you have a conversation on Ruina's bugs, nobody can ever agree on what bugs are actually in the game. Okay, look, I'm gonna put this here. If we get hit with a slash, that means this person takes priority, right? If we get hit with a pierce, this person has priority. Watch this. Wait for this. Let's see which takes priority here. So these two are the two we're clashing. We get hit with the slash. The front of the encounter takes priority, and then it goes to the back. The difference is Temeri is a boss monster, and as a boss monster, they take priority. Therefore, it goes left to right. Not because it's supposed to go left to right, but because Temeri is the focal point. Compared to here, where it works normally, and it goes right to left. It's strange, it's weird, it's convoluted, and I don't understand it, frankly. I don't know which of these take priority, because I thought it went like right to left, but it may actually go in a circle. Whoever ends up closer to Hod takes priority. Wait, huh? That would be weird if it was utterly random. I don't think they'd do that. I mean, I'd like to think they wouldn't do that. It's a very them thing to do. Which I would assume all boss monsters take priority over their friends. Shouldn't it be whoever's first in the enemy list? You know, I've been playing this game for a decent amount now, and that makes a lot of sense, actually. Wait, hold on, who's this? No, that doesn't make sense, because this person goes after this person. So, no. This is entirely arbitrary. It might be I don't know why it'd be reversed, but no, forward goes behind last. It's all position... Is it... On the field is it position-based? Because that's insane. If that's the way it actually works. That seems so dodgily coded. Like, it should be this bottom one that we clash with that now. Not the back person. Yeah. That's not... proximity. I don't know. It's incredible how Project Moon games make absolutely no sense at all moments. It's annoying, but it's better to clash this one. Because that one's just slash damage. I mean, the real the real roadblock is crying children. As in, you literally cannot get past it. That's the real roadblock. I'd love to heal up from meal a bit, so a full HP going to the next encounter. That's annoying. At least we get the stuff back from that. That's another thing. Evades are weird. If you proc an evade against a skill directly, against another defensive skill, it won't actually give you the stagger back from it. But if you proc it against it from a carryover, and it procs against a defensive skill, it does. Because, yeah, you know, that works. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Project Moon. I do love it when not even the game knows how it's supposed to take each interaction. Honestly, somebody could tell me that the game just, like, picks a number out of a hat for who goes when, and I would actually believe it. It makes sense. Right? There we are. I'll give you separate wins, evade versus evade. Nope. Evade versus defensive skill doesn't either unless it's being carried on. It's weird. Evade versus evade does work if it's being carried on. Okay, no. Here we are. We send in the hit squad first. I remembered now. Right. You go there. And you go there. We didn't get the nice one, but who cares? We go first. We get to deal a bunch of damage anyway. Look at that. That was good luck, actually. Right. About 80 HP down. That's pretty solid. And now we die rather quickly. That'd be funny. Do these do? I mean, this will at least burn Temeri for a little bit more damage, which is funny. Oh damn, they didn't get the burn because we died. Okay, that's fine. It's an important LOR patch note in Discord General. Okay, let me check this. What is this? Characters with low speed values will always wait for characters with high speed values to play out their actions before taking their turn, even if they arrive at their targets first. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Oh, what does that mean? So, if they arrive at the target first, it doesn't matter if they've got a speed tie, whoever arrives at the target first goes. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Who designed that? And you're telling me before they patched that it wasn't like that? That you could just have a lower speed person go for... Great game. No notes. Thank you, PM. No notes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, okay. Thank you, Temeri. I will be hard focusing you. Yeah, okay, great. Wait for face. Come on. I'm not on the clock, but I'd like you to speed up. There we are. I've never seen it take that long before. Right. Okay, and then we take minuscule amounts of damage from all of this. Okay. 2 cleanups and a combat prep. This is going to get used against that, which is annoying, but it'll at least give me some stagger back. And then these get clashed with cleanups. Cleanups goes more light. The speed affects how fast they move. I hate every part of that sentence. That sentence makes okay, evade versus evade apparently doesn't do stuff, huh? Yeah, that sentence hurts me physically. Oh no! Oops. Shit. Shit. Right. Right. Whoops. Go my lucky combat prep. Hod sweep! Hod sweep! Hod sweep! Look at that! Fuck. That was nearly so good! Hod. Clash the monster Hod. Right. Brilliant. Thank you, Hod. It's a shame. That was nearly really... If they hadn't have max rolled there... We actually stood a chance there. Oh, if I hadn't have activated that charge phase early. Ah. Hod, win the clash. Win the clash, Hod. That's brilliant. Why? Oh, okay. I love power stacking. Can you imagine how easy this game would be if I was allowed 5 people? I'd be overpowered. Right, it's good. I hate the fact that turn orders aren't set. Why? Who made that? Who made that? Who actually... Like, that feels like it should have somebody shouting at you for doing. Did I get... I got, Unrelenting. It's just they all deal so much damage. Oh, I got... I forgot my own ruling for stages we've already beaten. Or parts of stages we've already beaten. Right. We're so close there. Okay, this time, note to self. Do not accidentally activate phase 2 early. You wondered about my DMs at that exact moment, did you? Brilliant. Yeah. I'm glad they switched Lobcourt from an auto battler because it would have sucked so horribly. Because I mean, if it would have been anything like Limbus is now, I would not have enjoyed playing it. I don't get auto battles. I gotta say, I don't get them. Like, where's the fun? It's stuff like that and auto chess. I don't get it. I don't get the fun. Like, you're telling me you put the pieces out on the board and you just watch them? Okay, that's fun, I guess. Not really, no. I generally like to be in control of my actions, to be honest. I mean, if the gameplay is as fun as unfun as Limbus's is, I understand wanting to turn your brain off too. But you know, honestly, I am glad Limbus Company has win rate because it would not be fun if it didn't. I mean, it's not fun, but it'd be less fun. Shit. I need to start talking like Antenna. It'll, you know, preserve viewership. Just stay on for one more board, guys. Come on. Please. If I say the funny lines, will you all stay? Oh, okay, that's actually rather interesting. I guess I'll just kill these staggered guys. I think one of the best lines from Chapter 3 has to be the families fighting again, purely because I saw on the YouTube video for, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I have, because I've got TV time right here. It's, this one doesn't have... Hold on, I need the one from Toby Fox. This one is really funny because it has a line. I need to find it. It's, hold on. Where is it? Why isn't it showing up anymore? It was a great line. It's like God, I'll just have to say it myself. It was, for a game show host, Tennis seems really desperate to avoid another family feud. And that stuck with me. That was so good. That just hit me so hard when I saw the line. It's brilliant. Why Hod's for? Hod has a ton of really good ego gifts. For example, this gives us permanent +2. This gives us, on average, +2. This heals us whenever we hit staggered enemies. And then this is just good for us. Helps us with clashing. You can basically win every clash with Hod. And that's really useful. For rather obvious reasons. Because so long as you can hit something, you can win the clash. And when you want to win every clash possible, you know, he really does say, he says Mike, Antenna says Mike like I would say mods. Mods, get the next board. Mods, put that man through the sword route. Yeah, the problem with Keeta giving you +4 is that Keeta's +4 is very limited. It's useful for when you have it, but the problem is you don't have it very long. Anyway. Oh, we didn't get the optimal. Yeah. Take the shot. Indiscriminate shots. Oh. That's unfortunate. I mean, I don't really want to deal too much damage this time. So how many turns do I have to wait? I should probably read, to be honest. Mike, throw that man in the oubliette. I think, oh god, I can't remember the... Oh, what YouTuber do I watch? He has the funniest ones like that. I'm thinking of, he does Paper Mario stuff. I mean, hold on. This is Critical. This is Critical. He's not called Critical. I don't know what he's called. God, who is it? God, who's it gonna be? Hold with me, chat. I need to find out who this is. It's gonna drive me insane. Bringle! Ah, fuck, I turned the music off. Bringle. I love his streamer stuff. the mods bits there. It's yeah. Mods put him through a ridiculously convoluted torture method. It's brilliant. Never gets old. Anyway. Not even damage to Mary. We could avoid damaging to Mary. In all honesty, if I go for a combat prep here, that'll hit that because this game is stupid. This will carry... No, okay, hold on. Let's plan this out. How many of these are one-sides? They're all one-sides. Right, okay. What I'm gonna do then, actually, is combat prep you. Combat prep will get carried not onto you, but onto you. No, onto you, because you're first. I do a cleanup on you, and then I sharpen blades you. And get a little bit of damage off. Why does that go... Why do I go first now? I don't understand... Right, fine. Who cares? I clearly don't understand how this game works. Tamari goes first, yep. Because, yep. Oh, okay. So... Let's get that going, that'll hit them there. At which point, I kind of want to hit them with the Fierce Onslaught, to be honest. Because I don't want to clash any of them, so I'll hit them with the Fierce Onslaught. Hopefully this doesn't deal too much damage. Actually, that means that evade is not going to hit the thing I wanted to hit. Yeah. Right. Right, we get hit for a little bit of damage here, then the evade goes off. I would have preferred that to win, actually. Okay. I was not saying use Malkuth, but It's a sacrifice for chip damage. What's that? Sorry, I think I missed the start of your sentence. Oh, we're gonna get staggered. That's all. The evade needed to work. Unrelenting and survive. Unrelenting and survive won't work. Unrelenting gets used up whenever you take the damage that would kill you, so... Actually, I guess we could put Unrelenting on... Ooh. That's an interest... Okay, hold on, we'll try that. The question is, how much does speed dice cost? Because if speed dice costs 4, then we... no, Unrelenting's 2, actually. We could get about 100 damage off Tamari, and then we just survive these things, wait until Tamari is there, and then go. That's an interesting strategy. Okay, this is annoying, we're gonna get staggered regardless, but oh well. Say Livy. Nothing I can do about it. If I had an evade, then I'd be set, but I don't have an evade, so... Rough. Oh, did we accidentally deal too much damage to them again? Oh. Oops. I seem to be making a habit of doing that. So just don't target Tamari, is what I'm learning from this. Just target the underlings. Because that way I avoid the majority of the damage and I don't accidentally cause this to happen. Although actually... I get to go first, so... Let's screw you. Oh, I was hoping the evade would trigger against that. Because if the evade had triggered against that, we might have been able to deal enough damage, actually. Okay, let's quickly... Not Yesod. Malkuth. Unrelenting. Oh, you only get one copy of Unrelenting. Is it worth giving Hod Unrelenting? We don't really make use of... Most of the time when you get hit with an Unrelenting... I'm not sure. I don't think going for Bullseye is the correct choice here, though. I think we want more... large single cost damages. Like this. Not Malkuth. No, you're not going in first. You would die so quickly. Mindhole. Yeah. Where exactly am I going to get Mindhauler from, by the way? Because if you got a way for me to get Mindhauler, I'm all ears. There is a slight issue with the plan, however. That namely being, how in the world am I getting Mindhauler? This, there, that carries on to there. Brilliant. I would definitely love to add Mindhauler. There is, however, the small issue if I can't. Because we're nowhere close to them. Oh, wow, that was a fun amount of damage to have to take. I keep forgetting to... Okay, we are getting staggered here. Let's reset that. Healthful would definitely replace Unrelenting. And I mean, we also get more space to put things, so... Yeah. Combat prep against you. You, which means I want to clash you with that. We're getting closer and closer, chat. Yeah, so it is just whoever reaches me first then. That's fun. That fight takes... I can imagine that fight takes a while. How actually do you do the sweepers in a solo? I'm assuming ego, but I'm really not sure. Do you just pray to get lucky that they don't revive, or... Like, how do you manage that? Axe again. They only get one die and don't roll that high. That's fair, I suppose. You're a hindrance, we'll then go onto them. This onslaught them. They'll... Okay, great. Once you realize... Yeah, true. That is... The issue is realizing net sack there. Eugen will be cool. I think the good thing about Eugen is it means all this healing we're getting will not be wasted. Which is quite nice. I would like to have 200 HP, actually. Okay, let's have a change in music. We've been listening to it Stevie time for a while now. Let's go with this. Maybe a little bit more fitting. All I can hear now... For so long, I have now been hearing the Bergen Truck thing. The Bergen Truck remix. Of, the one where Asgore hits Des with a truck. That's just been stuck in my head for a while now. Yeah, I do find it really interesting the amount of overlap there is between the Deltarune and PM community. Because it was a 50-50 split for today's stream, so if you do want to catch Deltarune, where I will be eating... Oh, no, I won't. I will be beating all bosses without using items. Do hop by. As a note, I've never played Deltarune, so it's going to be extra fun for me. I'll have to figure out how to beat every boss, and then once I'm done figuring out how to beat every boss, well, I'll figure out how to beat them without items. In the process of figuring out how they work. Eating is one of the things we can't do, yeah. You're right there. We're not allowed to use items. Sharpen blade against you. Now let's see, do I go first or will they? I go first. Brilliant. Didn't kill. Damn. Because the other Deltarune idea I had that is just an utter shitpost, but might be pretty funny, would be Deltarune but every boss is Sans. Every enemy is Sans. The problem with Deltarune but every enemy is Sans is I'd have to figure out how to port Sans to Deltarune. And that's a little bit tough, actually. Especially considering my coding skills are not the greatest. I think not the greatest is the professional term. Brilliant. Does remember every fight as the Roaring Knight. That sounds awful. No Shadow Mantle Roaring Knight gameplay. We will have to do that on the stream. Without healing items. But... also take the shot on you. Right. Nice 700 damage, I won't have to deal later. Now, okay, the key is, we do not attack them this time. I need to turn the music down again. It keeps turning itself back up. The key is, we want to not attack Tamari. And that'll seal the deal for us. So we just deal with the ads, because if we start attacking Tamari, we'll accidentally deal too much damage and kill them. Which is hilarious. Hold on, one moment, chat. Let's talk to somebody. Bye-bye for now. Got it. Brief conversation over chat, back to this. problem is Tamari is going to end up going first, and I really don't want Tamari to end up going first, but I mean, that works. There we go. If we can stagger these ads, if we can kill them quickly, then that's an interesting strategy, actually. A little bit of... that doesn't matter, really, because we're already attacking them. Okay, that'll go to them, which is fine, because that gets us some stagger back. Actually, I need to clash... let me go for you, because you actually take damage from this. Yeah, the minions do revive if the floor changes. Which is annoying. Stagger on them. Brilliant. That's annoying, but fine. Okay, that is very annoying, actually. Hold on. Maybe giving them the strength wasn't the best idea, actually. Especially considering I can't get a single evade, apparently. The game hates me. Okay, stagger, which is fine. Please don't kill me. It's fine. Oh, that's really annoying. Malkuth, win that clash. Malkuth, win the clash, Malkuth. Okay, so note for future self, do not let him get the defensives. Do not let him get the strength. Do not let him hit the strength. That's what I'm learning here. Okay, I have enough time for one more run, chat. One more run, and if that fails, we'll be continuing later. Let's see. This first phase is... I really wish I had save states, honestly, just to be able to keep this defeated, but, you know, you can't really save state a PC game. That would be rather weird to do. I should clash that one, actually, because Blunt deals more damage to me. I find it you don't really pay attention to resistances very much, but they make a massive difference. I found that, especially with, oh god, what's... Musicians of Bremen, especially. You don't notice it too much until you play into them, and then suddenly they're really influential. Could you save state if you emulated Librarian on the Switch? Yes, actually, then you would be able to save state. Counterpoint, then I'd need to get Librarian here on the Nintendo Switch. If PM wants to sponsor me to play Library Ruina on the Nintendo Switch, then I will, but I don't think they will. Frankly. However funny that would be. How would you even mod the game on the Switch? You couldn't. Nintendo would send a hit squad to your house if you tried. Oh god, Ruina without no grind. Awful. Who would put themselves through that? Fate worse than death, frankly. It might be a challenge run in of itself. I wonder, actually, as a challenge, how many platforms can you beat Library of Ruina on at once? I think that'd make for an interesting challenge, actually. Utterly stupid, but a very interesting challenge. Ow. Ow. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd then have to go out and buy like 10 consoles, I'd do that. Popping off now. Have a good rest of your day. I'll beat the night with no armor, Shadow Mantra on Deltarune. Yes, I will have to. Yeah, let's go for that. Right. I've got to wonder, by the way, when they made that mechanic of, oh yeah, you, evade somebody's attack and you regain stagger. Who thought that up? Because, like, there's nothing about an evade that would logically entail regaining stagger, right? I'm happy for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm more than happy that I have it. But it feels a bit strange to me. I wonder why they put it in. Yeah, I'm decently good at bullet hells, which is why I have faith that the Deltarune challenge won't take too long. Because I used to be able to know hit sands. I'm no longer really able to. I've kind of, you know, lost my ability a little bit. Gotten a bit rusty. But I used to be able to know hit sands. I can do most of his fight damageless now. Evades didn't, why use them over lock die? Reuse. Because evades don't regain stagger in Limbus Company, and they're still insane. Then again, that's because they can infinitely reuse, but still. Imagine if we had evade die like that in Ruina. It'd be insane. Right. Send in the Malkuth squad. Literally just Malkuth. It's not much of a hit squad, to be honest. It's just one person. Hit squad of a singular person. Great, that's the maximum damage we can deal. Never mind, why did it activate against us? Didn't matter in the end. Okay, 70 damage does seem to be the max we can deal. We could just utterly nuke 2 townspeople. To be honest, because if we got them down to half HP, they re-heal back up to half HP, but that would give us a little bit of an advantage. It's, upon winning, revive the dead townspeople with 50% HP. And Dernier Arm is their 50% HP one, which keeps them at that. Right. Okay, so. Lovetown welcomes all. We do not want them getting. That will then go to probably that, because this game is weird. I then want to clean up that. That will regenerate enough light that I could get away with doing a combat prep. Who do I want to do combat prep against? Who would take the most damage from Slash? I mean, using it against you might be a good idea, actually. Because we won't regain any stagger, but it does mean that we'll deal a little bit more extra damage to townspeople, which is something that I really want to be able to do. Yeah, and that gets used against that, which of course. Take the one-way damage from here, but it's fine because it's Pierce, and we don't really care about Pierce. Only activates that I... Ooh, okay, so we could actually damage the townspeople a little bit before getting into the fight. First time round. That makes for an interesting strategy, actually. I better not be dealing too much damage to them. I really don't want to activate the second phase. Okay, so I just need to not get staggered here. Great, and I got an evade to help me with that. That'll then go into them. I just have to hope the evade triggers like it should do, and I don't, you know, lose. Okay, I don't know why you like that, but sure. You do you. Every time. Every time. I always tie the important evade. That has happened multiple times in a row now. Because if we'd been able to avoid that, we wouldn't have gotten staggered there. If we hadn't have gotten staggered there, we could then now... We got 2 sharpened blades. Of course we got 2 sharpened blades. Why would we not get 2 sharpened blades? That's only just about the most useful thing we could have gotten. Well, fuck it, Malkuth, win the clash. Go, my Malkuth. Come on. Waiting on Shyface. Win the clash. I mean, we're not going to survive. We're dead after this, but still. Oh. And we're dead. No, I'm out. Hod. Sorry. Oops. Yeah. Well. On that note, that'll be the end of the stream. I've run out of time. Tomorrow will be Deltarune. Please do consider joining the Discord server, by the way, and or subscribing. And subscribing. I would like it if you could subscribe, please. Thank you. But other than that, I will see you all later. If you're only really watching this for the Ruina challenge, then I believe Monday? No, tomorrow's Saturday. Was today Saturday or is tomorrow Saturday? Oh, God, I don't know dates. Well, whatever day it is tomorrow, the day after, will be more Ruina. But on that note, bye-bye for now.